S-A-N-T-O. That's a cool one. I think that, especially from the northern Europe.
Personally, I think that there is no ultimate purpose to life. Because, well, it's a rather simple observation, but you could always ask, if you would find some purpose, why are you striving towards that purpose? And you can continue doing that.
So some people believe, I'll ask you a question. Some people believe that our purpose is to go to the stars. What do you think about that?
Well, I'd love to do that, but and I'm a big fan of that, but still, why would you want to do that?
Can you show this guy?
To make ourselves
keep hold of it
great.
but just show him this page.
Why would you want to make yourself greater?
Because maybe we're not good enough the way we are. I'm just playing the devil's advocate.
Yeah, sure, no problem. But that's actually not an answer to the question of why you would want to make yourself greater. Is it why is it a great purpose to strive to be the greatest? Why would that be? You can my point is to get to some ultimate purpose that is the purpose in and on itself.
And what do you do when you get there? Let's say there's a final goal and you get there. And what do you do? You get home.
I always think it's an interesting question. So if you put the purpose of life into some in a religious sense, then I would ask, what is the purpose of God's life? I think that's
God's purpose is to invent us and to create our universe, sort of thing.
but why?
So why does God make us?
What does God do in his life? What's God's answer to what's the meaning of life?
So I'm not a Christian, but God, people that word, they might say, I'm just playing the devil's advocate, because God loved us.
But that's an observation, that's not a purpose.
There was a philosopher called Stephen Gould. He said that life is the universe's attempt to understand itself. What do you think?
It's interesting to think about. Although no, it's still not a purpose, of course.
Well, if we try to understand more about the universe, to go to the stars, to understand more about the atom, the big and the small, and travel long distances and learn more, that will support the aim of the universe is to understand itself.
But why is it important that the universe understands itself?
Maybe it's a survival need. Maybe we need to understand ourselves to survive.
But then why is it important that we survive?
So why do we not die? Why don't we just go or commit suicide?
Well, of course. But then, of course, why would you want to commit suicide?
Why wouldn't? I mean, so
What's that, man?
Make two other points.
Sorry.
Well, of course, there's also the possibility that there is some meaning to life, but somehow in our limited understanding we can't understand it. Perhaps.
well, we know there are things that we don't understand. So there's a pretty good chance that we don't understand the meaning of life, at least ultimately.
Well, but there I'm getting at the logic of that there could be no ultimate purpose to life might be flawed in ways that we can't understand. from within logic, basically.
Within our perception.
Within, well, yeah, sure. And then also, even though that it might say that there's no ultimate purpose to life, that still doesn't limit you to actually choosing a purpose irrationally. Okay, but still, I mean, we're not fully rational beings. We're partially rational, and partially we also have irrational.
Well, there's many people that everybody's trying to desire all the things that lead to success.
That's not the one in the corner you know.
Conclude what I talked about, and also what sort of my direction is in this.
So you can choose.
In this whole, yeah. So I would say you can't really say there isn't, at least logically, that there is an ultimate purpose to life, because you can also always ask why would you want to achieve that purpose? But then that leaves you free to create your own purpose. And personally, I think many people sort of, if you say there's no ultimate purpose, they see this as something like depressing or bad in some way. But I personally actually don't. I'm fine with living my life, and I can find a lot of meaning in life through human connection and a lot of other things. And just because there's no ultimate purpose to it doesn't really stop me from being happy and feeling sort of leading a meaningful life in my own view.
Communicating with other people produces meaningful life.
Well, not merely. It's largely happiness, although for myself and others, that's of course a bit ill-defined, but that would be a longer talk if you would if you would try to dissect that. But well, thank you for this opportunity.
There is
Thank you.